You are someone who can relate to feeling like you are a people pleaser or like it's your role to take care of everybody else. I want to explain some strategies that you might be using to feel better that are actually making the problem worse. And hi, I'm Erica. I'm a licensed therapist, and I work with ambitious young professionals to help them invite more purpose, meaning, and connection into their lives. If you are now an adult who feels like you are a people pleaser, in other words, like you need to sacrifice your needs and desires in order to make sure that everybody else is comfortable, this is how you function as an adult because when you were a child, you were taught at some point that it is your role and responsibility to protect adults from disappointment and discomfort. One of the results of this is that you ended up internalizing a subconscious belief that the only way that you can access a sense of safety, love, and affection is if you and the other adults and people in your life and space only ever allow themselves to be in a state of positive emotion. So it's highly likely that you probably relate to some of the following strategies. When you start to experience stress, whether it's coming from you or whether it's coming from someone else, your instinct is probably to try and fix the situation, which means that you're either going to try and make the other person feel better by doing whatever it is that you can, or you're going to try and ignore whatever feelings and emotions you have that don't look like they're pleasant on the surface. You have been taught that adults aren't able to tolerate their own emotional distress, and you cannot trust them to handle distressing emotions for themselves. You have been taught that it is your responsibility to fix their emotional states for them because they can't do it themselves. So one of the other strategies that this results in is perfectionism. You are going to be going through life in a way that looks like you needing to control everything, you needing to plan for everything, you needing to put out a perception to the world that you are okay, and actually that you are better than okay at all points in time. You are not allowed to have a shitty day. You are not allowed to get less than a perfect score in a test. You are not allowed to be in an emotional space that lets anybody else know that things are anything other than okay and perfect. And the thing about these strategies is that they're actually making the problem worse. The reason why you're engaging in the strategies in this first place is because you learned as a child that these were effective strategies to make sure that you could feel safe and loved. So at the end of the day, what you are seeking through these strategies, what you deeply desire on a fundamental level more than anything else, is to feel safe, to feel loved, and to feel like you are in connection with the people who you care about. But strategies like people pleasing and control and perfectionism directly block you from accessing true connection to others because all of these strategies put you into a role of performance. And you have now equated perfection with safety, which means that you are only willing to show certain parts of yourself that you deem to be acceptable to other people. And this means that anybody who you're in relationship with is never going to be able to be fully, truly in relationship with you, or at least your fullest self, because you're not able to show them your fullest self. So the thing that you desire is safety and connection and love, but you are directly blocking yourself from accessing those things through these strategies of perfectionism, people pleasing, and control.